Hello students, today in this video we'll understand yet another very important topic from module 2, corrosion and metal finishing. The topic is electrochemical theory of corrosion. Students, this concept is most of the time repeated question. It is very important as exam point of view. In the previous video, we have understood what is corrosion and what is the cause for corrosion, why exactly the corrosion takes place. Now, corrosion is nothing but destruction or deterioration of the property of a metal by its action with the surrounding environment. The reaction could be electrochemical or the reaction could be direct one. Okay, now why does corrosion takes place, that also we understood from the previous video. So now during extraction metallurgy, what we are doing, the ore, which is stable form of any metal, we are converting ore to metal, and the metal is unstable. So as soon as we extract metal from its ore, the metal starts to regain its original state, that is, it tries to go back to its original state, that its compound form. But due to presence of external entities like oxygen, moisture, it ends up as the rust, or it ends up as the corrosion product, hence the corrosion takes place. So corrosion is a natural process, that we understood from previous video. In this video we'll understand exactly what are the changes that takes place during corrosion on the surface of the metal, or what is the theory behind the corrosion, how it can be explained, what are the different reaction involved during corrosion of any metal. We'll understand that one by one, step by step. So let us begin, students. Now, electrochemical theory of corrosion. Okay, most of the corrosion cases are electrochemical in nature. Now, what we mean by this electrochemical? So, that means here electrons will be transferred during the reaction. That means there will be an anodic region, there will be a cathodic region, and there will be electrolyte, and there will be transfer of electrons from one side to another side. This type of reaction is called as electrochemical reaction. So corrosion is basically an electrochemical reaction. So now, according to this electrochemical theory of corrosion, corrosion of metal occurs due to the following changes when the metal is exposed to the environment. Okay, what are the different changes? First, a large number of minute galvanic cells are formed which acts as anodic and cathodic areas. That means what? On the surface of the metal there will be formation of anodic sites and cathodic sites, and hence there will be formation of galvanic cells. Okay, now a metal surface as such is large, so these will be very tiny galvanic cells which are formed, and at that spot only corrosion start taking place, and it gets worse and worse as the day passes. Okay, now very important thing to remember here, students, if the surface, metal surface is microscopically smooth, then there will not be any question of corrosion. But if the surface is having any kind of pit, any kind of hole, or any kind of scratch, that portion where there is scratch or pit or hole, that portion acts as anodic area, and the remaining portion acts as cathodic area, and there will be a setup of a galvanic cell, and the electrochemical reaction takes place. Okay, now first, according to electrochemical theory, the first change which is observed is this: a large number of minute galvanic cells are formed which acts as anodic and cathodic areas. Then at anode, the metal undergoes oxidation and electrons are liberated. The liberated electrons migrate towards the cathodic region. Oxygen of the atmosphere, next point. Oxygen of the atmosphere undergoes reaction at cathodic area in the presence of moisture, forming hydroxyl ions at the cathode. Okay. Now what here next changes are what? At anode, what happens? Metal undergoes oxidation, forming metal ions and electrons, and those electrons which are liberated and the metal ion which is formed, they migrate towards the cathodic region. Okay, now why they migrate towards the cathodic region? Because there will be electrolyte, which is moisture or water. Through that electrolyte, those electrons and metallic ion migrates. Why? Because their mobility is more as compared to the mobility of other ions which are formed. Okay, now what are those other ions which are formed? Next step states that, third point, oxygen of the atmosphere undergoes reduction at cathodic area in the presence of moisture, forming hydroxyl ion. So here metal undergoes oxidation and oxygen undergoes reduction. Metal forms metal ion and oxygen forms hydroxyl ion. Then these metal ion and hydroxyl ion, they combine with one another and they form the initial corrosion product. Now as the metal is exposed to more and more oxygen and moisture, the corrosion product composition changes. That we'll understand later when we are discussing the reaction. So now, what is this oxidation and reduction reaction? Now, oxidation reaction is the one reaction in which loss of electron takes place. Okay, if electrons are liberated during any reaction, then that reaction is called as oxidation. Then what is a reduction reaction? If during any reaction electrons are gained or electrons are accepted by any reactant, then that type of reaction is called as reduction reaction. Okay, now the anodic part of the metal suffers from corrosion and the cathodic part is protected from corrosion. Now here always corrosion start taking place at the anodic side, and at the anodic side the metal starts corroded. Then the corrosion product whatever formed is formed on the cathodic area. That means at the anodic side is consumed, and at towards cathodic side the deposition of corrosion products takes place. Now this picture will be more clear when you are when you look at this diagram. As you can see here, students, this is a iron rod, iron metal, and this is the surface of the iron metal. As you can see here, on this surface there is one pit or hole. That site acts as anodic site and the remaining entire surface acts as cathodic site. As you can see here, at anodic side the Fe is converted into Fe2+. So whatever Fe was, it is converted into Fe2+ and it reacts with atmospheric oxygen and forms rust. Now reaction is not so simple, students, that we'll understand later. So now here what exactly happens, I hope you are cleared. So now here see, water droplet is covering the metal surface. Now because there is presence of water, this water acts as electrolyte for the reaction. Okay, now next, the corrosion reactions. Okay, first at anode. Obviously at anode the metal undergoes oxidation, liberating electrons. Now as you can see here, metal M reacts to form Mn plus ion. So metal M reacts to form Mn plus ion and liberates n number of electrons. This reaction is called as oxidation reaction. As I already told, oxidation reaction is the one reaction where electrons are liberated. So here as you can see, electrons are liberated. Now this anodic reaction is quite simple. Now whatever might be the metal, so metal will be always undergoing oxidation and forming metal ion. So anodic reaction is simple, but cathodic reaction is not so simple. Why? The electrons released at anode migrates to the cathodic area and reduces oxygen to hydroxyl ion. Okay, now hydroxyl ions are formed at cathode during the electrolysis process, during the electrochemical process. Now how this hydroxyl ion is formed? Once again there are some cases to be considered. Why? Because now the main entity, the main chemical which plays a very important role here is water, moisture. Now that water could be acidic in nature, basic in nature, or it could be neutral in nature. We all know that. So now depending upon that, some cases are there, so that we'll understand. Okay, at cathode, reduction reaction takes place depending upon the nature of the electrolyte. That's what I was telling. So surrounding medium, nature of the electrolyte are surrounding medium. The different possible reactions are, okay, if the solution is aerated and neutral, oxygen and water are reduced to OH minus ions. So first case here, if the solution means the water is water deposited on the metal surface is aerated, means if it is having plenty of oxygen in it, and if it is neutral in nature, that means its pH is around 7, then what it forms? It forms OH minus ions. As you can see the reaction here, half O2 plus H2O plus 2 electrons. So here very important, 2 electrons from where this electron came. Now we already understood the anodic reaction where metal underwent oxidation reaction forming electrolytes. Those electrolytes are utilized towards cathode. They are utilized towards cathode for this reaction. Okay, they bring about the reduction to form OH minus ions. This is first case. Then second, if the solution is deaerated, means oxygen, in the absence of oxygen, and the solution is neutral, the cathodic reactions involves liberation of H2 gas, and once again OH minus ions are formed. Okay, as you can see this reaction here. Okay, 2H2O. Only 2H2O is there. Why? Because it is deaerated. Oxygen is not there. Plus 2 electrons gives H2 gas plus 2 OH minus. In both these cases means when the water is neutral in nature, OH minus ions are formed. The next case, if the solution is aerated and acidic in nature, air plenty of oxygen and acidic in nature, the cathodic reaction involves formation of H2O molecule. Okay, now when it is acidic, there will be H plus ions. So H plus ions plus half O2 plus 2 electrons gives H2O. So this reaction, formation of once again H2O molecule is observed when the medium is acidic and if it is aerated. Okay, then last case, if the solution is deaerated, that means limited supply of oxygen or less oxygen and it is acidic, then cathodic reaction involves liberation of H2 gas. 2H plus 2 electrons gives H2 gas. Okay, these are the possible reactions towards cathode. Now this was the end of electrochemical theory. So generally have discussed here electrochemical theory. When we are explaining it, when you are writing it, you must include the first 4 points according to electrochemical theory, those 4 points. Then after that you have to write the anodic reaction and these 4 possible cathodic reaction. Okay, but if the question is framed such a way that with an example explain electrochemical theory of corrosion, then you must explain any one example. So rusting of iron is a common example. So now next part I'll be explaining how exactly rusting of iron can be explained with the help of electrochemical theory of corrosion. Okay, so next, rusting of iron. Okay, when a non-uniform surface of iron comes in contact with conducting medium, large number of galvanic cells are formed on the surface of the metal. Same point explained in electrochemical theory of corrosion. Okay, pit or scratch on the iron surface acts as small anodic area and remaining surface acts as cathodic area. At anode, now the reaction starts. At anode, Fe undergoes oxidation reaction to form Fe ions and electrons, formation of metallic ions. So now at anode, formation of metallic ion takes place. Okay, here Fe forms Fe2 plus ion plus 2 electrons are liberated. Next, at cathode, reduction of atmospheric oxygen in presence of moisture takes place to form OH minus ions, formation of non-metallic ions. So now we can write here, when we are explaining with example, we can write only one general, only one reaction, only to write all the 4 possibilities. So here half O2 plus H2O plus 2 electrons gives 2 OH minus ions. So now here at anode we have metallic ions and at cathode we have non-metallic ions. Now what happens? These metallic ions, diffusion of metallic ions Fe2 plus from anodic area and non-metallic ions OH minus from cathodic area towards each other through conducting medium. Here conducting medium is water, and formation of corrosion product. So now first what happens? Initially these 2 ions Fe2 plus and OH minus ion, they migrate towards one another and ferrous hydroxide is formed. This is initial corrosion product, ferrous hydroxide. Now whatever ferrous hydroxide formed, it will be protective in nature and will form a protective layer on the surface of iron. But soon that layer will be ruptured due to heat and due to excessive reaction with oxygen and water, and then next corrosion product takes place. Okay, now here, okay, now because of the mobility of Fe2 plus ions are more than the OH minus ion, the Fe2 plus migrate towards cathode. Hence, from anodic area or corrosion product always observed at cathodic area. Okay, now the reaction, first formation of ferrous hydroxide reaction, Fe2 plus 2 OH minus ions react to form FeOH twice, which is ferrous hydroxide. Okay, now this whatever ferrous hydroxide formed, it precipitates in the solution, but it is unstable, and hence once again in oxygenated solution it oxidizes to ferric salt. Fe2 plus 2, it undergoes Fe3 plus. So ferrous will be converted into ferric. Now Fe2 FeOH twice, once again it reacts with H2O and once again half O2 and forms 2 FeOH thrice. This is rust. Okay, so now still it is hydroxide, still it is not that much still it will be protective nature. Once again what happens, this 4 FeOH twice will react with once again excess of water and O2 and it forms whatever we are calling yellow rust, that is ferric oxide. 4 FeOH twice plus H2O plus O2 will form 2 Fe2O3 dot 3H2O. Now here 2 Fe2O3 dot 3H2O is nothing but ferric oxide hydrated form. Okay, hydrated ferric oxide. This is called as yellow rust. But this is not it, students. Once again, if the supply of oxygen is limited, we get a mixture of Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus hydrated oxide. Okay, now we are getting oxides. Okay, from first it forms hydroxide, then hydroxide once again converts into oxide. Now that oxide once again mixes with one another and forms the final black rust, that is hydrated ferroso-ferric oxide. Okay, as you can see here, 3 FeOH twice plus half O2, okay, will form black rust. If the oxygen supply is more, then what we are forming? We are forming ferric hydroxide, ferric oxide hydrated form. Now otherwise, if oxygen supply is less, then we are getting Fe3O4 dot 3H2O, which is black rust, or it is ferroso-ferric oxide, or it is FeO dot Fe2O3. It is mixture of FeO and Fe2O3. It is mixture of ferrous oxide and ferric oxide. Okay, so this was with example, electrochemical theory of corrosion. I hope you're cleared with it. If during examination with a particular example they are asking till here, you have to write. Otherwise, if they ask you to write only electrochemical theory of corrosion, those 4 cathodic reaction, then example, rusting of iron at anode and at cathode, generally directly you can write. Otherwise, step by step you need to write. Okay, this was electrochemical theory of corrosion, very important part. So in the next videos we'll understand what are the different types of corrosion and all. So this was it, students. Thank you.